media are not reporting it. Independent media, none of them is paying attention to it. We, the Biafrans, only use our social media network to say the little we can to tell the world our story. And that is what we will continue to do. The Nigerian government have told our story for a very, very long time. They have told wrong stories about us for a very long time, and people have believed them. But we can no longer be silent. That is why we're here. So today we have come once again to speak on issues, more especially to encourage Biafran people to continue to stand on for their self-determination. Continue to tell Biafrans to remain resolute. We come here today to remind Biafrans that consistency is the key. That is what we do every day. And at the same time, whoever is watching, wherever you are watching us from, I want you to know that in this platform, we accommodate everybody. We don't come here for blackmail or propaganda. We don't come here for saga. That is not why we're here. That does not mean that we will not respond to falsehood when we hear it. When you push a falsehood, you push a lie or blackmail, we will respond to you in a civil manner. But we don't engage in any saga or blackmail. We don't do that here. If you are one of those who is interested in saga, you want to hear what Mr. A and Mr. B said, to put it together, you want to drag Mr. E and drag B, not here. You're not going to get that here, and you will not be comfortable here. That is why most time when you come here, you wouldn't see much people, because we are not here to entertain idiocy. We don't do that. You can keep your saga. There are many platforms where you can be able to get information on saga. You are free to go there. You're free to go there and enjoy yourself. But for here, we are here to provide solutions and bring out facts. And also in this platform, we allow those that have superior argument. We are ready to learn. If you have a superior argument, the link is there on the comment section. All you need to do is to click the link. All you need to do is to click the link. Once you click the link, we are going to bring you in. If you are watching on TikTok, you send a request. Once I set my eyes on your request, I will bring you in. We would like to engage you with your superior argument. We want to learn. Nobody is the master of knowledge. We keep on learning until we go down to 6 feet. And we are ready to learn. If you are sure, very sure that you have a superior argument, click the link and come in. Or if there is information you have heard about us that you're not too sure about, or you have a question, feel free to use the link and come in and ask a question. You will have all the time in the world to do that. All we do is that the only request we make is that when you are coming, please appear in a decent manner if you are appearing on video, because the whole world is watching. International communities are watching. They are following up what we are saying and what we are doing, because we're in a critical time where we are seeking for recognition and attention. So when you are appearing, try as much as possible to appear in a decent manner and also speak in a civil manner. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It does not matter how dissatisfied you are with our presence or what we are saying or the topic. Try as much as possible to control your manners and be civil. If you do that, you will have all the time in the world to air your opinion and make your case. Today, my fellow Biafrans, we have come with a topic which says, the battle within. Why mental toughness is Biafran's greatest weapon. The battle within. Why mental toughness is Biafran's greatest weapon. Every one of you know that we have a great battle within us. We have a great battle within. At this stage of this very restoration of Biafra, at this stage, we need that mental toughness. We need that mental toughness because if you don't have it, there is every tendency that you're going to fall out. If you don't have that mental toughness, there is every tendency that you are definitely going to fall out when you are needed so much. There are a lot of corrupt informations flying right, left, and center. The only way for you to keep your sanity is to mind what you listen to. There are so many people talking about things that they know nothing about. Some people come and they spill lies, informations that are in your pan. All you need to do is to go to Google and make a research. You have the answer. And yet, with those answers, there's someone will come on his camera and still be telling a lie. And people will gather and be listening and clapping. So many of us Biafrans, I don't know what is wrong with us. I can't understand. That is why they say if you want to hide something from a black man, you hide it in the book. But today it's not even in the book. Everything has been made digital and easy for you to ask questions and you get an answer immediately while the person is still pushing those lies. Sometimes when I come across certain information that are flying and certain programs that people are hosting, I will just look at it and laugh. That when people speak, they don't even take time to make a research. Maybe simply because you heard that someone said something, you just grab it and you run. Including myself, as I'm speaking here, I've said it several times, that when you come to this platform, you get information, digest it, make investigations. Don't just take it and run with it. Investigate so that when you are talking about it, you can be able to defend it. The battle within. The battle we are fighting within today is to how to know between good and evil, right and wrong. And the reason we are battling with this is because so many of us, our heart is polluted with envy, jealousy, pride. When your mind is polluted with this, it will be very, very difficult for you to identify the truth. Very, very difficult. People, because of their own personal and selfish interests, they can embrace anything that will satisfy their own ego. I have a method of speaking in my platform and the way I speak. It is left for you after listening to digest it and see where it concerns you and make correction. I don't come here to call people out or call names. But whoever is concerned, once you listen to my program, you will know that yes, he's talking about me. The battle within. This battle within, we are going to win it. But it will take mental toughness. That is why mental toughness is Biafran's greatest weapon. The greatest weapon we should embrace at this particular point in time is mental toughness. If you have not yet activated yours, that means you are left behind. You are left behind. This mental toughness was spoken about by our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano several times. He warned us of today that we are in. And finally, here we are. And yet, some people are getting confused. That is why most of them I say that people just come to admire our leaders, Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Simon Ekpa, but never listen to their messages. They don't. So many of us Biafrans, we don't listen to their message. We only come to admire them. Maybe simply because they are from our tribe, or because they are speaking in a tune that we like, or maybe because people are supporting them, we decide to support. But we never sit down to digest the message they preach. My beloved Biafrans, today's battle is not only with guns, propaganda, and oppression. It is a battle of mind. I want you to remember this. Today's battle is not only with guns, propaganda, and oppression. It is a battle of the mind. This battle of the mind is the most dangerous that we are facing today. Many minds of the Biafrans has been corrupted with wrong informations. Some are doing what they are doing today out of ignorance. Simply because your friend is in a different camp or in so camp or saying certain things, or because you believe because your benefactor is in so angle, even though you know that that your benefactor is doing something wrong, you no longer have your own word. They capture your mind and you begin to speak something that you can't even interpret. My beloved Biafrans, today's battle is not only with guns, propaganda, or oppression. It is a battle of the mind. Our enemies understand that if they can break us mentally, then our physical defeat is guaranteed. They know that if they can break us mentally, that our physical defeat is guaranteed. Ask yourself, are you broken mentally or not? How strong are you mentally as a Biafran? How strong are you at this moment? How strong are you? Those messages you are preaching and projecting, those things you are saying, those things you believe, are they your word? On a neutral ground, think within your own self. Keep your mind to yourself. Take decisions. Those things you are doing, are they what you are supposed to do? Let's assume you are left alone to take decisions. Will those be your decision? The battle of the mind. The battle within. That is the battle the enemy is bringing to us today. And that is what is going on in Biafra land today. They have gone to this, the federal government of Nigeria and the enemies of Biafra have gone on the ground today to change the narrative. All these things still boil down in changing the narratives to capture your mind and make you believe something that ordinarily you can't believe it. The enemy understand that if they can break us mentally, then our physical defeat is guaranteed. We must not allow them to defeat us. We must not allow them to break us. Never, ever. But we must prove them wrong. We must always prove these people wrong. We must rise above fear, above intimidation, above discouragement, and build an unshakable mental fortress. Don't ever look back. We must rise above fear, above intimidation. You know what fear is? They say a coward dies 1,000 times before his death. Fear, at this point in time, is the last thing any Biafran should think about. This is one of the instruments the enemies are using to change the narrative. They create so much fear in Biafra land. They create so much havoc, so much fear, intimidation. That is why they get into village, they burn our villages, they take innocent life, they disappear people without any account. Just to create fear. Fellow Biafrans, fear is the last thing that must come to your mind at this point in time. We must rise above intimidation. Do not allow them to intimidate you. Do not allow anybody to intimidate you in the course of this journey. And that is why it is important you know why you are doing what you are doing. That is why you should know why you are fighting for Biafra. Not because your friend is talking about it, or your benefactor is doing it, or because this person is helping you, and for that you toe the same path that he's towing. Not because I said it, not because anyone said it. You must know the reason you are talking about Biafra. That will help you to stay above intimidation, above discouragement. You must stay above discouragement. How do you stay above discouragement? You can also stay above discouragement by knowing what you want. Do you really want freedom? Do you really know the situation of the Biafran people? Do you really know that you are not wanted in Nigeria? You are not in that project called Nigeria. No Biafran is in that project. You are not in that project called Nigeria. They have said it in ABC. They have said it in their policy. They have said it in their decision making. They have said it in their distribution of resources. They have said it in their development plan. They say it in their media stations. They tell it to you face to face that you are not part of that very group. Why are you still making yourself part of it? Why are you still forcing yourself? Do not be discouraged. Don't allow anybody discourage you, because if you know that you are not part of this very agenda called Nigeria, you will never be discouraged. Nothing will shake you. There's nothing anybody will tell you to discourage you. Who the hell will the person be? From where is he going to start? You will not be discouraged. You will not be discouraged. You will rise above discouragement and build an unshakable mental fortress. Because only the strong in mind, the consistent in spirit, the resilient in action will carry Biafra to freedom. Consistency is the key. That is the word of our Supreme Damazin Nandekan. These are what is going to take us to Biafra land. Strong mind, the consistent in spirit, the resilience in action will carry Biafra to freedom. Ask yourself, where do you fall in all that is mentioned? Are you strong in your mind? The battle within. Are you strong in your mind, or every propaganda and blackmail shakes you? Every lie that is being told shakes you. You don't even have a word of your own. You can't even be consistent and stand one place and say, this is my decision and this is what I have to do. How strong are you in your mind? Are you strong in mind? Are you in control of your own decision and your own words? As a Biafran. Be consistent in spirit. Are you consistent in your spirit? Are you consistent in your spirit within you? Regardless what people see in outward, inside you, what is your decision about Biafra? Are you genuinely seeking for Biafra? Do you sincerely know your stand in your spirit within you? When we talk about the spirit, most of the time we say Biafra is a spirit, Biafra is a spirit. Very easy to say, but 90% of those of us that confess that Biafra is a spirit doesn't know what it means when it's being said that Biafra is a spirit. We are not consistent in spirit. Search yourself. Ask yourself, are you consistent in spirit in the pursuit of the freedom of Biafra? And the resilient in action. Are you resilient in your action? Are you? Ask yourself these important questions. Are you resilient in action? It is only those who are strong in mind, consistent in spirit, and resilient in action that will carry Biafra to freedom. If you didn't fall into any of these, sorry. You are still a Biafran, but you cannot take us to freedom. You can't take us to freedom. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter which position you are. It doesn't matter where you put yourself. It doesn't matter. You can't. It's just a simple fact. Today, we are talking about this strength, the toughness, and why it is our greatest weapon. Mental toughness. Mental toughness, a very strong weapon. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hammered on it. At the ending of the times, before he was taken away from us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave a very, very strong message. And that message was bordered on mental toughness. He said that this is the time for us to activate mental toughness. That time is now. There's no other time than the time we are in now. Except you are not watching, you are not looking, you're not paying attention. But if you are paying attention, when you see the things that are happening right, left, and center, the information that are coming from home and abroad, from different sections, you will understand that at this point in time, there is only one way for us to go. There is only one thing that we must do. Mental toughness, very, very important at this point in time. Mental toughness. Every one of us must adapt mental toughness. Because the rate of misinformation that is flying today, the battle within, they are trying to take over our mind and our mindset in all angles. It is time we pay attention. It is time we pay attention. I am much, much concerned because of the battle that is going on in Biafra land. Some of us who are living abroad might escape it. But those of us in Biafra land have been caged and they are in a very tight corner. Today, the battle of the mind is going there to try to turn them against their own freedom. They are introducing everything, including fear. They introduce fear so that people will be afraid to open their mouth and speak about Biafra. You see them releasing different kinds of videos where they are warning people never to speak about Biafra. You see different campaigns, including where the government have committed genocide. They go there today and they film it and tell you that it is Biafrans. They project different kinds of wrong informations just to target to Biafran people. The battle of the mind. And you know, when you continue to say something over and over, and people continue to see something over and over, it begins to affect their mindset if they are not mentally tough. It begins to affect their judgment towards issues. It is high time we pay attention to what is going on. Every single one of us, we must pay attention. And this is the time for us to support each other. Support your brother, support your sister. Encourage people. This is the time for encouragement. Any opportunities you have to encourage your fellow Biafran, please do. Do not hesitate to encourage, because we are not all on the same level of mental toughness. Just as we see that fingers are not equal, every one of us have our own degree of mental toughness. Some people at an extent, when you take them too far, they'll be broken. And as we see today, our enemies are ready to go to any length to change the narratives. They are ready to go to any length. Sometimes when I see certain videos that is circulating, I see certain content that people are sharing in their platform, I hear some topic in some live stream and what they discuss, I begin to wonder, with all the informations available to us, yet people ignorantly pay attention to falsehood. People choose to pay attention to falsehood, even with the informations available. That is how bad it is. We're in a world where people just choose to believe what gives them fun. We are in a world where people decide to create their own truth. People create their own truth. It doesn't matter what you are saying. It doesn't matter how you say it. It doesn't matter the angle you are coming from. People choose to create their own truth. And when they create their truth, people that believe that like them or have the same kind of thought, they will push it. They will run with it. They will advertise it. To an extent that even you, yourself, if you're not mentally tough, you begin to ask yourself, am I right in what I'm doing or I'm wrong? You begin to question yourself, even though you know that what you are doing absolutely right. If you're not mentally tough, you begin to question yourself. Are you sure this thing I'm believing is the right thing? That is how bad it is today in this world. The world have gone to the extent that people create a truth for themselves and force others to believe it. And before you know it, people began to believe it. In the days that we are, you see people creating their own wish. In those days, you can have a wish. There's nothing wrong in having a wish, wishful thinking. You can have a wish. I wish this, I wish that. There are so many things you can wish for. You are entitled to have a wish. But that your wish, you should know that your wish is not a reality. It's not mandatory that it must come to pass. It's something that you wish it to happen. If it doesn't happen, then you move ahead. But today, people create a wish and they make you believe that it's a reality. They create their wish and they push it to others and force them to believe that it's a reality. And people believe it, take it from them and run with it and begin to share it. And if you are not attentive, you are not mentally tough, you begin to join that bandwagon and begin to push wishes as reality. Human being is free to wish for anything they want. I am free to wish for what I want. You are equally free to wish whatever you want and work towards it. It's just a wish. If at the end of the day, your wish comes through, thanks to Chukwu. If it doesn't come through, you move ahead, forge ahead and take to another path. The battle within. The enemy is battling for our minds. The enemy is battling for our soul and heart. And this battle intensified with the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. The battle intensified. They created so much confusion that if you're not mentally tough, before you add 1 + 1 together, it will be too late. It will be too late. So we need to guide our mind. Guide your mind. How do you guide your mind? Mind the message you pay attention to. Limit the garbage you put into yourself. Personally, I have a way of controlling my mindset to make sure I don't deviate with something I know that is true. Once I get my information right, I don't pay attention to anything I know that is contrary to that truth. I wouldn't even go and see, let me go and hear what you have to say. No, I don't. Once I have known it and found out that you are not on the path of truth and you're not on my own path, that direction you are taking is not the right direction, I don't need to go and see or hear your suggestion or what you have to say. I don't have to attack you. I don't need to go and say, let me tell you, oh, you are not getting it. No. I will be on my lane. Do that which I know that is right. Speak in my little way with my little audience, and we will digest it together. If there is lesson to learn, we will learn. If there's something to add or remove, we will do that. So I will urge people, more especially our Biafrans, to limit the garbage you put into your head. There are so many wrong informations flying out there. rightly faceted. Sometimes when I speak here, I don't want to be direct. I don't like being direct. I try as much as possible to keep it civil so that people don't get offended or people don't get confused the more. But I believe that whoever is concerned with my message, once you come across it and listen, you will know that it is for you. And the choice remains yours, whether you have a change of heart or you don't. It is yours. Because after all, you'll be responsible for whatever decision you take. I will be responsible for mine. None of us is going to support for another. Why mental toughness is the greatest weapon today. The battle within. We have gotten to a stage in this pursuit of Biafra, the final stage, the stage that is very, very delicate. Very, very delicate, that when you lose it, if you lose it, you might not get it again.